Hi everyone, I'm Kallie, and once again it's Anime Monday on GameSpot Universe. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I like some fan service anime. In fact, I made some of my coworkers watch Keijo and Food Wars, so subscribe because we're gonna do more of those. But this week, we're talking all about fan service in anime. Let's start with a brief history and get into what anime does right and wrong with a little titillation. Anime was a mistake. It's nothing but trash. That now famous quote is falsely attributed to Hayao Miyazaki. It's really just a silly internet joke, but it was loosely based on Miyazaki's criticism of otaku culture. And one of the popular fake contexts that I always saw circulating was that the quote was referring to the increase in moe and fan service shows. Lately, some of my personal favorite shows are heavy on the fan service, from Kill la Kill to Food Wars. So I got to thinking, is all that fan service kind of excessive? Today we're specifically talking about sexy fan service. That means things like panty shots, jiggle physics, beach episodes, you know the drill. Basically, it's scenes that are thrown in to please or excite a certain audience. It's what people are usually referring to when they talk about fan service, though things like Easter eggs and references are sometimes also referred to as fan service. The modern idea of manga and anime fan service can be traced back to Cutie Honey, a manga series that began in 1973. The main character is an android girl named Honey Kisaragi who transforms into the heroine Cutie Honey magical girl style. Toei Animation produced the anime series, which was originally supposed to be a magical girl shoujo. But in order to get better ratings for the show's time slot, the show was changed to be a shonen series, with Honey getting a little extra naked during her transformation to appeal to boys. Then the 80s arrived and we were introduced to what is now known as Gainaxing. The animation studio Gainax has a long history that's really important to anime as a whole, but that's a story for another time. In short, Gainaxing is when a female character's breasts bounce and/or jiggle very conspicuously, almost as if they have a mind of their own. Gainaxing started before the studio was even called Gainax, back when now iconic director Hideaki Anno and co. were animating promotional videos for science fiction conventions. The Daikon 4 opening from '83 features an aged-up version of the previous video's star wearing a bunny costume, and it has the first of many Gainax bounces. The common theme for both Cutie Honey and the Daikon 4 opening is that they were both for promotional purposes, that is, to capture people's interest. And as time went on, fan service became more and more prominent in anime, to the point where we can't really show all of it here. So let's skip ahead a bit. Today, many of Gainax's works, from Neon Genesis Evangelion to Gurren Lagann, are both highly popular and critically acclaimed, questionable content and all. And a lot of recent, well-received shows have at least a little fan service. It's almost to be expected at this point. And that can get exhausting, especially when you're trying to watch a show you thought was gonna be about zombies and instead it was about other things. Or maybe a show about a fictional RPG suddenly has a weird bath scene involving an 11-year-old that makes you super uncomfortable. But there are also shows like Food Wars, which is technically an ecchi, so it's a show that's intended to be really sexual throughout, but it's also a series that takes time to develop its characters and doesn't discriminate when it comes to who's naked. And on top of that, it's consistently entertaining from episode to episode. It's self-aware and tongue-in-cheek, so all the jiggle physics and half-naked chefs feel like a joke you're actually included in. Kill la Kill is different and definitely more contentious. It's by Gainax successor studio Trigger, and it has a lot of the Gainax trademarks in it. It's one of my personal favorite anime, but I can understand why a lot of people don't like it. The nudity can get to be a lot at times, and it's not always very well explained. But personally, Kill la Kill's fantastic character development, action, and story make it feel less exploitative, and like Food Wars, it's over the top enough to capitalize on humor too. If you don't like either of those shows, I get it, and if you like High School of the Dead and No Game No Life, I don't judge. But generally, the difference between good fan service and tolerable to bad fan service is about framing and context. When fan service is done right, it doesn't feel excessive. And the barometer for that is entirely up to you. Whether you like fan service or don't, there's usually something out there for everybody, so let us know in the comments what fan servicey anime you like and don't like, and be sure to subscribe for way more anime stuff to come.